Hello, second review in 2 days. Second review, 2 reviews in 2 days. I'm on a little bit of a spurt at the moment. I do that, I go in kind of fits and starts. Anyway, this time I'm reviewing Love by Chloe. I think it's called Love Chloe, kind of like a letter. You know, kind of like, here's this perfume, Love Chloe. It's a really nice one. It's a really, really good one. I smelt this on someone else in a shop. It was actually a staff member. I think she was finishing her shift, and as she left, she kind of, you could see she had her bag. She came out of the staff room door and she just spritzed loads of it and then walked out. And I went over and I thought, oh god, that's actually really nice. So I ended up getting it for myself. So this is a floral fragrance. Came out in 2010. I must say I'm really, really impressed with the whole feel that Chloe fragrances have. I know there's been quite a few in the past. Chloe Innocence is one of my favourite fragrances ever, but I'm talking about up-to-date fragrances. They seem to have this, I don't know, kind of just refined female elegance about them, kind of classic feeling as well, and not really my style to wear personally, but I'm addicted to my sense of smell, so I smell everything, and sometimes I just want things to be able to smell them. So yeah, I haven't got the box for this one. I've got it completely unboxed, but it is a genuine version of it. The bottle, I absolutely love the simplistic beauty of it. I don't know, I said that I reviewed Ellie Saab yesterday. I don't know if any of you have watched it, but the bottle of that as well has just a real simple elegance, and this is the same. It's thin that way, but I don't know. And I did investigate this. The glass does actually go further in. It doesn't stop there, so you do get a little bit more liquid than what it looks like. This is a 75ml one. I think it's the biggest size you can buy. And what I will say is the pictures of this are slightly misleading because they make it look like the lid is attached to this little chain here, when really it isn't. That's just like a little, I don't know, accessory, a little flash of something pretty. I think it would be better if the lid was attached, because then you're not going to lose it, but I don't know, they kind of fool you into thinking that it is. Strange. Anyway, it kind of looks like rose gold. I don't know, I think the colour of the liquid makes it look like it's, you know, like that Michael Kors rose gold colour, but maybe it just is gold. Anyway, it's very simple. It just says Love Chloe on the bottom, and the spritzer, or the atomizer, is very, very small. It's like a little mini tiny one, but it sprays out short, sharp bursts of a lot of fragrance. Can you see that? I'm going to spray it on my hand rather than spraying it into the air and wasting it. So the notes. So the top notes are orange blossom and pink pepper. Kind of weird because I reviewed Ellie Saab yesterday and that was a huge orange blossom fragrance as well. I just happened to choose this one next, I don't know. The heart notes is really cool actually. It's 5 flowers and they're all purple, which I think is cool because I love purple. Yeah, you've got very, very soft, delicate florals in the middle. So you've got wisteria, which apparently is kind of somewhat spicy, has kind of tones of clove, and clove is spicy. If you've smelled it before, it is a spice, but it's not a spice like pepper. It's a kind of sweeter, softer, mellowed out kind of spice, and apparently it's similar to lilac. The second flower in it is lilac. You've also got heliotrope, which is a really dainty purple flower. It's supposed to have kind of almondy, vanilla tones to it. Iris, which is a popular choice in fragrances, that will give you a kind of very soft powderiness to a fragrance. I'm yet to smell it on its own. I really, really want to. And then hyacinth. Hyacinth is another purple flower, but it's supposed to be kind of green smelling. So you've got like quite a mix of tones in there, but they're all kind of subtle purple florals. So I guess you can kind of see where it's going. And then the base notes, you've got musk. Then you've got powdery notes. I don't know what that would be, but it kind of fits with what this smells like. It's very, very powdery. and then you've got a really interesting note which is rice. I've not heard of rice being in a fragrance before on a commercial level. There is rice in some Black Phoenix fragrances I've smelled, namely like the Japanese art ones they do, but this, yeah, rice, that's, when I think of rice and what the smell might be, I think of when I cook it at home, right, and it's, rice kind of smells creamy, a little bit like soil, but very nice, kind of subtle, dry, creamy smell. Weird, but I really like the fact that it's got rice in it. I think that's quite cool. So anyway, yeah, I've just sprayed it, but I'm going to spray a little bit more because I want to get the real zhuzhy top notes from it. Okay, let me just let it dry down a second. So the opening of it is just immediately rich with flowers. It's immediately soft as well. This fragrance feels vintage. It feels like a modern vintage fragrance. It smells like makeup, and I know it's a very general term to use, or a very general way to describe something, but you're probably thinking, how the hell do you know what makeup smells like? But I will tell you, I do, because I've been obsessed with my sense of smell since I was a kid, and I smell everything, and I've got a lot of girlfriends, and when they're getting ready, I'm always smelling, you know, their lip glosses and their powder and stuff, and this smells like a makeup bag. It has this real creamy vintage feel to it. It's really, really beautiful. It kind of fits in with Chloe's line of fragrances. They do tend to have this classic, but still modern feel to them, and I really like that about this. It's very, very soft. You know, you've got this beautiful powdery iris. It smells very creamy. The only richness is coming from this orange blossom. It's not a very predominant orange blossom note, but that's giving it just this little bit of depth and kind of strong richness to the whole thing. The pink pepper, very, very subtle. Pink pepper is a really nice spice anyway. It's not the same as black pepper in any way. And yeah, the base, you've got this beautiful musk powderiness going on. It smells like a powder puff, very elegant and kind of refined. It kind of reminds me of the way that Chanel fragrances smell. They tend to have this classic, not all of them obviously, but you know, the older ones like you know, Coco, and well, the newer one, Mademoiselle. This is kind of like a companion fragrance to Mademoiselle, I think, where that is a lot more sweeter and patchouli. This is the softer side of that. It's lovely. Yeah, I think that it could be kind of confused with something that smells, I hate to use the term old lady, that always gets debated on Fragrantica, but my take on it is classic. It doesn't smell old lady, that's a very derogatory term, but it's kind of for the modern woman that wears vintage clothes, if that makes sense. It's very soft. If you're a kind of person that likes your florals to be understated, this would be the one for you. You can tell from the packaging the kind of smell that it's going to be. Golden, very tame, soft, and extremely beautiful. It's really, really nice. It's really good. I mean, the richness of the florals, when it starts to dry, they kind of disappear and peter out a little bit, and you are left with this beautiful base of very, very soft flowers and this beautiful like musky powder. Again, it smells like makeup. It smells vintagey but modern, and that's kind of all I can say about it really. It's got some real lasting power. It doesn't project miles off of the skin, but it definitely stays with you, and it's strong. So even though it's a soft smell, it manages to stay very strong. So that's my review of Love Chloe. Yeah, don't be fooled by the little chain, unless I've got some sort of strange bottle, I don't know, but this one seems real to me. I got it from a reputable seller. I've just realised it says tester on the bottom, which means that it's probably like that because it wasn't meant to be sold to the consumer. Oh, now I feel even more special. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon for another review. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.